Today we cleaned the engine bay as that hasn't been touched in probably ever. We did some planning to figure out our next moves and ordered parts to be installed and or used on the next couple of project days. Bless you, and let's dig right in. To clean the engine bay, we used all kinds of brushes, soap, degreaser, paper towels and a plastic and rubber cleaner and protector. Before we started with the actual cleaning, we removed the battery, removed the hood insulation and some other parts, vacuumed out most of the loose debris, and cover the engine and fuse box with some plastic bags.
Yeah, that won't do.
Then the first thing we did was to rinse everything down with just water and get rid of most of the surface dirt using some extra absorbent paper towels.
Yeah, this is definitely working.
Now, with most of the really dirty grime off, we removed some more parts to clean those individually.
Yeah, let's clean that. So just to be sure, we're gonna tape off the air mass sensor so there's no stuff getting in there. Sehr schön.
We treated all the parts the same way, but before reinstalling them, we decided to try and clean the engine up a little.
Well, it does something. Well, let's do the entire engine then. Terrible job. Wow. Yep, there it is. Right, so those didn't need to be removed. So hopefully this will speed up the process.
Shiny.
Yeah, that's not gonna work too well for all those little creases in there. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this oil though. Okay, well,
Continue.
So there's a couple of things we'd like to point out here. First of all, the engine and engine bay do not have to be in a perfect condition right now. We will diagnose and repair some parts if possible, and we'll clean those and the space around them once the part is out. Secondly, some of the parts will be replaced entirely, like the intake manifold, and therefore we won't be spending too much time right now cleaning those. And thirdly, there is the issue of a possible head gasket leak. We would like to keep this engine in our 850, but we do have to take that in consideration when making decisions on what to replace at what time. More on that later. The main goal with this cleanup is to have a cleaner space when working on the engine, and of course a clean engine bay looks and feels a lot better.
Well, I mean, look at that.
Wow,
That's a lot better.
promising.
Yeah, it does.
Now just some more detailing and then we can start putting it all back together.
Zat is oer. Vindt ze nou weer wel.
And last but not least, we clean the hood insulation and hang it out to dry.
It's getting a bit saggy.
We'll be putting that back once it is all dried out. Alright, before the engine bay was looking pretty dirty and tired, and now after all that cleaning, it looks a whole lot better. It's not perfect, but it will do for now. Now, we wanted to share some insight into our thought process and next moves, so we had to try something new which was kind of awkward to us, but here we go.
Yeah, this is really not us. Ik kijk alweer niet in dat ding. Ow. Right, now that the engine is clean, we gotta figure out what we're gonna replace.
That is so good.
Shit.
Yes.
Let's create a document. New. So there's a couple of subjects we need to address. We need to get parts from the junkyard for the interior. We're gonna need the left side trunk floor.
The pressure flap. The window guidance on left front door.
We need trim beneath the window in the trunk. Right side. I think most of speaker grills for the rear doors. Original ones.
Yeah.
And we also need 2 speakers for the dash. Alright, that's all we're gonna need from the junkyard, probably. Then the next subject is everything we need to do at the car repair shop. That right side door jamb, well, where the metal came loose.
Exhaust.
Everything exhaust related. Cleaning the bottom. We do need to do a checkup just to see if there's more rust and stuff. Gonna have to inspect those rear suspension bushings. We decided to keep the current rims and we're gonna put 4-season tires on it. And yeah, the rims and tires will be a project for some time later. We just want to get done what needs to be done to get the car road legal so we can drive around in it finally. That's that. The next subject is engine. We're gonna have to have a discussion about that.
Wow.
Because in the documentation our dad had, he mentioned he put some liquid copper with the coolant because of a possible head gasket leak. Now, we don't know the current state of the engine, so we want to be careful with replacing too much parts in case we do need to replace the entire engine in the near future. So, yeah. Right, so the engine parts which we do need to replace anyway are the thermostat, timing belt,
Water pump.
yeah,
Coolant.
maybe flush the coolant, serpentine belt, oh
Making a
yeah,
lot of
possible
noise.
steering pump,
Alternator.
check alternator, check all warnings. Of course we need to flush the engine, and then of course new oil filter.
serpentine belt tensioner.
We do have that new AC pump, so that's good. Check the trailer plug. So that's probably all we need to do to get it road legal. When we drive to the RDW. The RDW. Then we get a 1-day plate.
The MOT
Which,
station.
yeah. Do we want to replace the fuel pump and filter? Because that gas tank is probably...
Didn't we replace the filter already?
No. We had that leak, that's all.
The bracket that holds the filter was also gone in day 5.
Was it?
I thought so. Let's have a look.
Okay, so...
Fix the bracket. I don't know if it's all twisted.
Yeah.
Because the bolt was stuck. It's maybe something for the body shop or the repair shop. Then it's on the bridge.
Okay, so that's something we can get at the junkyard. Whoa. And then we're gonna address that at the car repair shop.
A long list.
Yeah, the list is still pretty long. Oh yeah, and then we also need to check parking brake. Was it that? We're also gonna need the intake manifold from the junkyard. Ja, ik kom er even bij zetten, dan zit ik weer zo alleen.
I am solo. Intake manifold and a gasket.
Intake manifold, we're gonna get that from the junkyard. And the intake manifold gasket, we're gonna order that for our next order. Right, then let's get to ordering. Timing belt, serpentine belt, thermostat, water pump, coolant flush, engine flush, oil filters and intake manifold gasket. I'm gonna guess 300 euros. What about you?
PP?
No, the total. Not PP.
350.
Right, let's place that order and see what it's gonna cost. And that's all we could do for today. So thanks for watching and see you the next time.
Bye. Yeah. Wow.